it's been a bad day for Mamdani. It's been a bad day, a bad day indeed. Not only has he found out that his father might potentially be Jeffrey Epstein. Oh my lord, it's kind of the gift that nobody expected the internet to give us. Jeffrey Epstein might actually be Mamdani's father. And obviously that's a bit of a far stretch, but there are pictures of Mamdani's mom very snuggly wuggly cozy wozy with our favorite pedophile Jeffrey Epstein. And Zohran Mamdani is in some of those pictures, which is a little bit worrisome. And now there's all these comparison pictures. But in addition, the lefties of New York, they're not very happy about it. Surprise, surprise. This whole imagery of Zohran being one of them has kind of disappeared when you realize that Zohran comes from a family that hangs out with the elites of the elites. And there is no more way to scream to left-wingers that you belong to the elites than to be documented with the Jeffrey Epstein likes. I mean, pictures with Bill Clinton doesn't make you look like you're a poor person from New York who's really scrummaged your way up and you really understand what the lefties are going through. In addition to the fact that New York has been hit by a terrible snowstorm and Zohran Mamdani's team doesn't seem to be very effective in cleaning it up. Yep, it's a bad 24 hours for Mamdani, and honestly, now he knows what we'll feel like because it's been a bad, few months since Mamdani came into our lives, and now we're going to uncover everything. The Jeffrey Epstein case is getting a little bit insane. 3 million documents, as you can imagine, a lot of complicated stuff coming out from there, but obviously one of the most viral things are these pictures, and if you don't know what I'm talking about, that doesn't look very good. Because if you're looking at what I'm looking at, we're seeing Jeffrey Epstein and Bill Clinton and Zohran Mamdani's mother. Now, besides the fact that this picture is a little nauseating, and look at little Zohran. Zohran's so cute. He's such one of us. He's just one of us. He's just a normal person who wants to save New York, except he grew up literally with a golden spoon surrounding him, and of course pedophilia, which aligns basically perfectly with his religion. A lot of people are starting to ask the question, okay, well, we know that the whole Jeffrey Epstein thing is a lot more complicated than people make it out to believe. But in addition to that, we also know that they used a lot of blackmail and a lot of these kind of creepy stories to push ideological motivations on different people. And was Mamdani's mother one of those people? I mean, what did she need to do to get into this room, to be pictured here? And no, I don't think this is just a holiday picture that by accident the two of them met, which is probably what Mamdani's going to try and spin. No, my mom was just accidentally staying in the same resort. Why was your mom able to afford the same resort as Jeffrey Epstein and Bill Clinton? Oh, it was a mistake. It was gifted to her from her aunt. That same aunt who didn't actually have the issues that you claimed her to have. Anyway, he's probably going to try and spin this that it's not actually that, but it gets even a little bit worse because, I mean, look at this. Somebody has to say it. There's a very real possibility Zohran Mamdani is Jeffrey Epstein's biological son. People are trying to point out that the two of them have a lot of resemblance. And if we read the wording over here, let's pull it up and see what it says. Ooh, where'd it go? Just left Ghislaine's townhouse. After party for film. Bill Clinton and Jeff Bezos were there. Gene Pizzago, director, Meira K, etc. So we know that Mamdani's mom was there. Film received trepid reaction, although women like it much more. Hillary Swank and Garrett's stupid party in Bloomingdale's cheap sportswear department, very weird. Studio went for free party from store and windows for a month. Blah, 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 blah. Anyways, we know this to be true. And now we've also got these like a lot of parody accounts. So we've got like Jeffrey Epstein and the mom going, this is a fake picture and to make it very clear. And a lot of people are not very happy about it. A lot of people are not very happy about it. But look at how weird this is. Zohran's mom and Jeffrey Epstein hanging out with Mamdani as a baby. Now, tell me, do you guys see the resemblance? Is there a resemblance here? I don't know. Could be. I mean, he's definitely got the charisma, and it would make sense that somebody like Zohran Mamdani comes from something unbelievably corrupt and revolting. And so that's where we're at with the allegations that maybe Zohran's mama got a little naughty with the Epstein likes, but we don't know that. It's just a theory. But what we do know is that the lefties are not particularly happy with this information. First off, just a warning, there's a little bit of swearing in this next video.
Great fucking job, Mamdani. Is that your name? Is that how you say your name? Mamdani? Go suck your Mamdani. Because what the fuck is this? Why the fuck is it 7 days later?
I hate swear words.
And niggas still can't fucking park.
Okay.
Niggas can't drive.
Okay. I can't watch. But you can see that people aren't very happy with that. And again, remember, Zohran Mamdani, this wonderful Islamist who has come to take over, who's now a Jeffrey Epstein baby. This is what concrete. There's nothing you can do. Look, it's what happened to New York. You've got the Muslims bowing on the yellow taxis. They would never do this anywhere Islamist because they're trying to make a statement. And this is a reminder that that is what Mamdani's New York has become. But even better than all of that is the fact that the lefties have really now turned on him. Not only are they upset about ICE, which I don't know if that guy's a lefty. Sounds like he honestly probably was more right-wing. But let's watch this for a second.
That's right. We know about your mom. Now listen. We was with you, Zohran. We voted for you, Zohran. We advocated for you, Zohran.
Yes, he did.
For you. You ain't getting up. Get up in there and lie to us. You lied, Zohran. Shame, Zohran. Shame. Shame.
Yep, he lied to you guys.
With CCRB, Zohran. Shame. CCRB down the final stage, Zohran.
I have no idea what CCRB is, but look, the lefties are finally learning that when you have somebody who comes into power who pretends to just be one of you, and you have ample documentation of the fact that that is not the case, and I'm not just talking about the fact that his wife wears $600 boots, but rather that this man grew up with a golden frickin' spoon shoved up his butt, not even in his mouth. He was never a socialist. He isn't actually a socialist. He pretends to have socialist ideals. Now he's trying to just tax everybody that he can. He is an Islamist mouthpiece, and the lefties are suddenly understanding that actually what we have been saying all this time is correct, that you can't trust this snake. He's a snake who can't do anything, but he's just been placed here intentionally to try and take over your city. It took Jeffrey Epstein to remind the lefties of this, which is kind of sad because honestly, we've been saying this for a very long time. And honestly, if these people just watched our content or listened to what some of the right-wing people had to say, and instead of saying, no, it comes from a centrist right-winger, I cannot believe it to be true, how dare me, they actually thought for a second, maybe there's some logic in the other people's opinions. Maybe there's some logic. Look, I'm watching this video and I'm saying, yeah, lefty, you're correct. I don't feel that because that person's a lefty that I can't have anything to do with him. No, maybe he's correct. He was correct. Zohran is a traitor to the people. Zohran is somebody that got people to vote for him under complete false pretenses. And I guess if he's Jeffrey Epstein's son, that would make sense, right? Because all these things kind of tie together. Anyways, it's been a harsh 24 hours for Zohran Mamdani. May it only get worse. Thank you for your attention to this matter.